What's up, everybody? How's it going? And welcome to this first ever Colognes shootout. I'm joined by my brother John. You guys have seen him on some of our Get Ready With Me's. These are his personal fragrances that he owns because he is a very big fan of Mercedes, hence the sweatshirt. I don't know if you can see it underneath the kind of a little bit. Either way, he's a very big fan of Mercedes. He himself drove one, worked with the business for a long time, things like that. And as a result, being so close and adjacent to everything, he has several of these fragrances that he's racked up over the last few years. I know you have a very big personal favorite in one of these, where like it's one you use a lot.
Yeah. So
I'm very curious to see how this is going to go down. I'm going into this blind. I've never smelled these myself. He's intentionally kept me from them. And I'm also going to react to the way the bottles look and everything else because I have things to say. With that said, we're calling this one here Mercedes 1. John, give us a small brief summary of this one and what this is.
Well, this is Mercedes Benz Man.
Okay. Wow, that is a hefty lid. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This is a chonker, dude. Oh, this is 200 mils. That's why it's freaking huge. Okay. This is an eau de toilette, and I can already smell a little bit going on. Made in Versailles. That's pretty impressive. Okay. All right. What else? I don't need to know necessarily all of that, but what was this released for? Was this just one of them trying to like keep some brand synergy going?
That I'm not entirely sure about. It was funny. I never actually got into like I've owned a couple of automotive fragrances. Like I've had a couple of Nissan fragrances and whatnot. So I know brands made colognes and fragrances and things like that. But it wasn't until I was working with a sales guy at Porsche where he had a Bentley. He had a Bentley cologne. It's not the same one that we did earlier, but he had a Bentley cologne that he just dailied every single day.
Oh wow!
And
so he treated it like a signature set.
It was a signature essentially.
Okay.
And so what ended up happening was I kind of went down this rabbit hole of just started searching for. I'm like, I wonder if Mercedes does fragrances.
And low, not just one. But we saw on the website they have dozens.
Like probably between men and women scents, you're probably looking at probably 20.
I will say it outright. This is a very pretty bottle. I like it. I like it a lot. Without further ado, let's just go straight in. We do what we call the one puffs around here, if you're not familiar. So I'll spray it on the back of this. Oh, that's a nice mist. That was a nice mist. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay, off the rip. And you wear this? Off the rip, I smell the sweet, but I definitely smell the heat. But it's on the cleaner side. It reminds me a lot of Burberry Touch, where it's got a lot of that, talcum powder, amberose kind of stuff going on, like Acqua di Gio kind of stuff, with that kind of cleanliness, salty air vibes going on. But for an eau de toilette, it's like, I want to fight you, kind of strong, which is weird. I wonder if this is like just, tapping the ceiling of what we would consider eau de cologne or eau de parfum. All in all, now that we're in the dry down stage, it's still very clean. There's minute florals. It's not super up close. It's not there like that. I'm gonna guess olabanum, or however you say that, olabanum, is probably something in there. No. There's definitely a tree.
Yes.
There's definitely a tree. Because it's now that it's dried down, there's some green hits to it. It's got. I don't have that thing where the synesthesia. But you smell this and go, oh, that's green.
There's a couple of woods in here.
So roll it through me. Let's see if I got close on some of these, because I'm going in these blind. I have no idea what these do. We're using Fragrantica as our encyclopedia for what these are supposed to smell like. So go ahead.
So your top notes are pear.
Okay, keep going. Don't smell that, but all right. I eat those on the regular too.
Ambrette or musk mallow.
Okay, that's where that olabanum kind of thing.
Your middle notes.
Yeah, now the musk is really showing. Now that it's been a few minutes.
Your middle notes consist of cedar.
I called the tree.
And geranium.
I called the florals. All right, we're doing good. I'm not out of a job yet.
Your base notes consist of oak moss.
Green.
And Palisandro rosewood.
Oh, rosewood? I got the cedar. I wonder if I'm a little blind because of the supposed pear hit. The big thing, so this is one of the struggles with getting stuff like pears. You have to run it through alcohol and whatnot. Now, what Fern did, which I think is brilliant, is they actually molded it, basically made pear cider, then distilled it down. So it has like a brown, sugary kind of hit to it. But this one is definitely alcohol-y forward. This is definitely a solid 7. It's not something I'd wear all the time. This is definitely a nighttime. I'm going to club.
Second Mercedes. This is Mercedes Benz sign.
This is, this whole thing, there is no cap.
Yeah, the whole thing
I sound like a 2015 Gen Z here. No cap, just button. You definitely put a hurting on this one because there's definitely some missing in there. This, another French made Versailles, but this is 100 mil, so it's not nearly as big, which you can feel the weight difference. That's crazy. I like the bottle. They definitely like their blues. I will say that.
Yeah.
Tell us more about this.
So, and again, kind of with all of the Mercedes fragrances that I do own, these were ones that I kind of just searched for. I didn't have a baseline. They actually don't.
You just wanted it because of the brand.
I wanted it more so for the brand because I was like, okay, this, if going back to Mercedes 1, this was like a $45 bottle.
This was $45.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy was like $35.
Well, he's also half the size, so.
You can find all of these on Amazon. And that's what I did. I just kind of did like a generic search.
Hey, listen. Sometimes, and I stand by this, sometimes there are cheap fragrances where it's like, you just like it, right? My Super Dry, that was $22.
Yeah.
I still have that, and it's 13 years old. Like, I love my Super Dry Black, and I'll never get another one because they went out of business. Or if they didn't go out of business, they didn't make the same fragrance anymore.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was discontinued and replaced. The bottle itself is very gym baggish. And to explain that, no cap, it literally is just a press button on there. But this is the type of shape where you would just chuck it in a bag with your clothes and hope that it like kind of leaks into the clothes. You don't have to spray too much. So I'm very curious, especially knowing that this is an eau de parfum, which means it should be stronger than the previous Merc 1. I guess we're going to dive in. Here we go. Merc 2. This gigantic button's so funny. Oh yeah, that is a long pull.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so scared for my nose right now.
It's a bold scent. I'll give you that much.
Well, it's a parfum. It better be, right? Whoa. Out the gate, slightly bubblegumish, but not in a bad way. Now it's already drying down. Okay. It's sweet flowers, so like geranium kind of stuff. That's what I'm getting initially. I don't have a lot of heat yet. It's, again, the initial dry down is a few minute long period. Let me see the bag of coffee. I want to reset my brain for a quick second, but that sweet was very present. Shout outs to our friend over at Lono Coffee. These guys are incredible.
While he does that, I will say that Mercedes-Benz sign is the scent that I get the most compliments on.
Interesting. Okay. It's definitely more perfumish, less cologne-ish. I hope people understand what I mean when I say that. It's definitely got a slightly feminized hit to it, but not in a bad way, right? This is no Chanel No. 5, okay? It's definitely not Dior either, though. I do dig this because it's much more subtle, even though it's loud, right? The volume is up, but you're hearing the things underneath the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mild metallic hits, definitely some kind of wood in there. Most masculine fragrances love having woods in there.
Yeah.
And that's just a known thing. That's why whenever I do find a good gourmand that's meant for men, it's like, oh, this is fun. There's a lot of florals to this. It might just be that the florals are loud, but as I'm coming into this blind trying to guess what's in this, there's a little bit of warmth, maybe a spice in there somewhere, or something that's playing like spice because of this stuff coming together. How far off am I?
There's one wood.
There is one.
There's one wood in this.
Is it oud?
It's not oud.
Okay, I want to verify because sometimes for me, I've learned that oud kind of smells like two different things.
So your top notes are going to consist of Guatemalan cardamom.
I was right about the spice. Okay, I knew it was in there.
Violet leaf.
Flower. Yep.
Pink pepper.
Not as much pink pepper as I thought, though.
Your middle notes, this is where the florals come in. Orange blossom.
Yep.
Lavender.
I definitely can smell the lavender. There's purple to it.
Geranium.
I called the geranium.
Yeah. And then your base notes, tonka bean.
Oh, so vanilla-ish. Okay.
Cashmere wood.
What the heck is cashmere wood?
No idea. I said a wood. It actually might not be a wood. I don't. Yeah.
Is this wool from a tree?
And to finish it off, patchouli.
Now that plays it as a woody fragrance. Oh no, I think I like this better. This might, for me, if I'm sticking with a 7 on this is definitely an 8.
Okay.
I do like this better because even though there's a loudness to it, because it does come on strong, it's not obscene, if that makes sense. That's not bad for $30.
Yeah. So this was launched. This is a newer scent. This was launched in 2021.
Okay.
And people who wear this tend to prefer this during the spring and fall.
I can see it because of the florals and the flavors played there. Yeah.
Majority during the day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. In nighttime, you tend to lean more spicy. Right. African leather, great example. I like this. That would be a daily driver. Like going to work, doing my business every day, whatever. That's very nice. You definitely like your flowers. So far. But you also like that honeysuckle sweet, not candy sweet. Right? Very interesting. All right, let's move on. Merc number 3. Tell us about it.
For Mercedes Benz number 3, this is Mercedes Benz Club Black.
Or as I'm going to call it, Mercedes Benz the Shaver. You cannot tell me that's not a Phillips and a Relco.
I pulled that out of the box and I went, I've never seen a bottle look like that ever. Honestly,
let me get that line up real quick. Yeah.
All of the bottles that I've had from Mercedes have been like, these are all like super uniquely shaped and different. And
I will say, because I know you're newer to this, there are some like Jimmy Choo's and whatnot that fit this style.
Fit that for sure.
This is definitely, you're gonna hate me for this one. This definitely leans Jim Bro in its style because it looks cool.
Yeah.
This feels like something you would have pulled out of the center console. Right?
Okay.
My older generation remembers car phones, stuff like that. This feels like I pulled this out of the car phone. Eau de Toilette. This one made in Paris this time. 100 mils, 75% volume. Okay. All right. And yeah, Mercedes-Benz Club Black. This is interesting. Eau de Toilette, so this would be something that's not as strong and tended to be sprayed more than once for sure. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. And yeah, the button is in the very top, so where you change the blade out of your Norelco. Oh, little spray. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, that hits fast. I didn't even put it in my face yet. Yeah, that's vanilla. A little bit of musk in the background. Maybe some like laudanum or however you say that word. I'm not dyslexic. I just don't know how to say the word correctly apparently. But some form of like musk and powder together is what I'm getting immediately. Out of all of these, I think I like this the best. Believe it or not. This isn't me just going like, oh, it's the last one on the list, of course. No, genuinely, There's a gourmand to it, which we've already established. I like my food flavored ones.
Right,
Things that lean coffee, tobacco, stuff like that. There's other florals in it, but they're kind of way back there. There is a subtle spice to it, though. It's not as upfront about it. I cannot decide if it's a culinary spice or a trade spice. To make a difference of distinction, a culinary spice would be leaning into like baking spices like cinnamon and cardamom, stuff like that.
Sure.
Allspice, cloves. But a trade spice is leaning into like turmeric, is leaning into, you get what I'm getting at with that? Your ground roots, gingers, stuff like that. It still hits like a gourmand for me, and it maybe is because I'm spraying it on paper and it is an eau de toilette, so it's not as strong. This is definitely the weakest. Despite the fact it hit me earliest, it's definitely the weakest because it's fading fast. Right. The car has gone by and it is flying down the highway.
Yeah.
This is not a parade float for sure. But now I'm getting like pinks and reds out of this. So I'm thinking maybe more geranium, maybe some lilac lavender. This is interesting. Out of all of these, this is the most perfumey. Which is weird that I like it the most, but it definitely plays like it's edible. What do we got in here? There's got to be a baseline somewhere of like a patchouli or a balsam, because there's something that tickles my nose just right.
So the top notes for this, 1.
Oh God, okay.
Bergamot.
That makes sense. That's what I was getting at. That's sweet, but I couldn't figure out what it was.
The middle notes consist of 2.
This is very simple. Okay.
Incense.
Okay. Hence the spice.
And jasmine.
And there's the purple. Maybe I am synesthetic. I don't know.
Now you hit it. No, there's 4 with the base notes.
4 that hold it together. Okay.
So you hit on the head. You hit it on the head with vanilla.
Yeah. That's why I went, oh. Because
Yeah.
I know that smell.
Yeah.
Right? He knows this. I have 2 fragrances that are very vanilla forward.
Yeah. Benzoin.
Benzoin? Okay. All right.
This says woodsy notes.
Wow, that's about as descriptive as we investigated ourselves and found we did nothing wrong. Okay.
And then the last one is ambroxan.
Ambroxan? Is it supposed to be like an ambrosia? Click on it?
Maybe. Let's see what this says.
Curious now.
Musk, amber.
I said something about the musk.
Yeah.
Remember I said it's like powder mixed with musk? Yeah. Unless that was the last one.
So this is something that's in things like, okay, so
Sauvage Dior. Yeah. Okay.
Dior,
Versace.
Versace.
Crazy. Go back a step. Let's see the other one that we were like, what is that? Because I'm assuming that's the other clean part of it. Because it is a rock. It is a resin. Yeah.
Resins and balsams.
I said it. I said balsams. I'm not a pro, but I'm very proud of myself. This, honestly, for me, this is definitely a 9. I can't believe that I'm going in order for it, but out of all these, I like this the best. I would wear this, especially as someone who's a bit more particular, and I don't like name brandy things. I do like this. This was newer as well.
Launched in 2017, and people who wear it typically wear this in the winter and fall.
Interesting choice, given the florals behind it.
At night.
Why nighttime?
I don't know.
For me, I could see this being all day, for me personally, because the way that it hits my palate is obviously different than the rest of the world's. I don't know. It doesn't strike me as a night fragrance. Because that sweetness, it's like pleasant, right? I'm going out for coffee. I'm gonna, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess I could see why you'd want it for nighttime, because it does have a more intimate feel to it.
I feel like there's a subtlety to it that might be good for something like a date night.
That's what I was saying, that like there's a level of intimacy that's required because it's not as strong. But interesting that 2 eau de toilettes, 1 an eau de parfum. And normally an eau de parfum guy, I'm going for the weakest of the eau de toilettes. That's odd. Interesting. Okay. And how much was this guy?
I paid them about $45 for that one too.
Out of all of them, I'd say that's the best one. both in money well spent and also like the cool bottle. There's a story to it, stuff like that.
So where would you put all three of them?
Now that I'm revisiting, this one is now taking on the chemically smell, which tends to happen with the clean fragrances, right? The clean laundry types. It does get ammoniated, in my opinion. Now that's had more time to settle. Again, it's only one spray, and that is the entire purpose of this, is to really just like one shot. It's where are we at? This for me will go down to a 6. I had it at 7. I would put this more towards the middle of the road.
Now that it's sat.
Yeah. This I think will hold at a nice 7.5.
Okay.
This guy, again, I love gourmands. That's my problem. This smells edible, and it's because it's got this vanilla cookie-ish like taste to it in your nose cavity. You know, I think of lightly sweetened vanilla cookies with this, like the puffy ones, not the wafers, obviously.
Yeah.
This gives a warm and inviting, while also still maintaining a masculine but being more feminine. Yeah, that definitely is going to hold like an 8.5, 9, for sure. I think I'm going to go with the electric shaver is definitely my favorite overall. Moving to this being a very solid eau de parfum for someone just starting out, to this is a little too gym bro for me. But I understand the vision. Now, that said, I've declared this my favorite. What is yours? You presented these. So I'm curious what your thoughts are. You do say this is your compliment getter. And I can see why.
This gets the most compliments.
Because this does have better mass appeal than the other two, in my opinion.
And I get those compliments from both men and women, which I'm like, okay, like, so it's just generically, it's just a good scent, which is great. But this is also my winner.
That is your number one? I can see why.
This one. So
it's very good. It's very good.
This actually is an order from least favorite to favorite.
If you look at it on camera, it's going this way.
This way, right. So, and if we were to also have like my Bentley in there, my Bentley would probably sit right here.
In between these two. Interesting.
So I use this. This is my least favorite one out of all of them, and it's the exact reason of the initial hit is I like the initial hit. But as I wear it throughout the day, I can kind of get that like chemically, like artificially, like
it starts to get to you.
It wears off, not the greatest.
It definitely starts becoming alcohol-y.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The aroma of distillate is very strong.
So I will actually wear this as like if I'm gonna go play volleyball, or if I'm gonna do something active, or I'm moving around or something like that.
So you're doing something where you're getting hot.
Yeah, okay. I'll wear this. If I'm going out to like just go grocery shopping or something like that, like this is kind of my daily driver for things that I'm doing that don't require me or don't make me want to impress anyone. All 4 of my fragrances, including the Bentley, this is my least favorite one of those 3.
Now, out of curiosity, because you do own this, and I already said I would not use this myself, if you found someone who actually really liked this, would you just give it to them?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's always been my thing, is like, if you find a fragrance where you enjoyed it first but then don't like it, why keep it?
I wouldn't lose sleep if someone liked it and
it's like, yo, let me get that.
I was just like, then just take it. Yeah, I wouldn't lose sleep over that.
That's definitely in that category. Now, moving on to this blue one here, the Sign. I, out the gate, said this definitely has much more average Joe appeal, where if you're starting out a fragrance, this is not a bad place to start.
So this for me is my this is what I will wear on Sundays if I play music.
Because you play it in your local assembly. Yeah.
So I play drums, I play bass. There's a lot of friction and movement and
there's a lot of heat.
Playing, a lot of heat. I want something that's going to stick around longer.
As an eau de parfum.
As an eau de parfum does.
Yeah.
Because this, my day as a musician will start probably at like 8:30. and go until the end of our services, which has been 4 hours long, stayed in there from practice to service and all that stuff. We're probably done around 12 o'clock.
Yeah, so somewhere between 4 and 6 hours, depending on what else is going on.
So I wanted something I was just going to consistently be there.
Yeah.
The whole time.
And it definitely does.
Didn't fade off. And this one is that one right there.
Merc 2, as we call it, or Sign, is definitely the one I'm still smelling over the eau de toilettes.
Yeah, I will actually.
He's got it in his shirt.
I think this is Sign.
That's
yeah, because I haven't washed this hoodie since like last week, and I've definitely used this on this hoodie.
A few times.
Yeah.
Confessions on Fat or Dapper. I have not washed my clothes that I wear actively on a consistent basis in a week.
This was also great for me when I would wear this to work a lot as well.
It has good presence.
Yeah.
Right? You can definitely go, oh, there's something in the air. Right? It's not, you're not coming into this blind. You're going, where is it? Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who this kind of thing. There's been some fragrances where I've tried them out, like the Winter 26, and it's like, oh, it's there. To the level of when we filmed the review section of Winter 26 a few days ago, I threw it in the drawer. I closed the drawer, threw something over it to try and lock the smell down, and you could still smell it. I then pulled the drawer open, and it just, like we had just resprayed it, it is strong. Very strong with long presence. I'd almost argue that even though it's an eau de cologne, it fits, or not eau de cologne, it's a eau de parfum. It might as well just be parfum because it is potent.
Yeah.
Whereas this gives you a lot more like, oh, okay, all right, that's cool. You know, it's not, you're not knocking somebody out. If you're in a sales job working at a higher end dealership like he used to, you're not knocking the client over. You're inviting him in, right? This is the beckoning, less of the demanding.
Yeah.
Like, hey, come this way, versus you tonight.
Tonight, you.
Moving on to the Club Black. The one that we both agreed is by far the best out of this lineup. Why?
You can already kind of tell I've taken a chunk out of this one.
There is quite a bit missing. Do you daily drive this?
This was my daily driver for a long time. It honestly...
Let me ask this. What unseated it from the daily spot?
Honestly, I feel like it kind of depended on the day. If I knew I was going to be traveling around a lot, because I would jump between dealerships a lot within the city. If I was jumping between dealerships, I knew I was going to be doing that, I would wear this.
Okay.
Because I knew it would just last longer throughout the whole day or whatever.
Yeah.
If I knew I was predominantly going to be at one dealership, I wore this.
Interesting.
Because because for me, I'm like, I'm not moving around as much. I do a lot of walking, but I'm not jumping in from environment to environment to environment to environment. I'm in the same environment.
Yeah, you're maintaining a presence.
I'm just maintaining. This guy also just became like, if I wanted, like, I don't even know how to put it. Like, this is like my special occasion one. I'd say if you're gonna go to some sort of like dinner party or something like that,
that would also
would be really well for that.
That's gonna do great for things like date nights, Valentine's Day. You know, again, much more intimate settings while also doing exactly what you wanted to do for those types of settings, and that's bring people in, right? A lot of people that lean into these types of fragrances, they will abuse them, which cause people to not like them. Using these in a sparing manner, like we have tonight, does a lot of good to the level of, I think we would enjoy using this more often.
For sure.
With that said, what do you think of our lineup? Do you agree with what we've laid out? If you have these, let us know what your thoughts and opinions are and what your experiences have been with them. We would love to know what you experienced with these things, because we're all about learning here on this channel and growing as a community. With that said, John, I appreciate you stopping by. Let me sample these things. I am now very curious about possibly getting a smaller version of that one as a fun, like, throw a curveball into my lineup. And with that said, we appreciate you guys. Love y'all. We will see you on another video. Peace. All right. Here we go. To make him go in the other room with it. Because it definitely is picking up.